Now, Crazy Fam, I want to show you guys my 3 exotic builds. And I mean, all 3 of these builds are triple 100 stat builds, by the way, that I love to use on my Titan. And I'll explain why I use every single one of them. Now, you guys know that this is my main build usually, which is Peacekeepers in combination with SMGs. I absolutely love Peacekeepers. It's just so powerful when you're using anything like Taraba or this bad boy right here, Unforgiven. It just has so much buffs for all of these SMGs in general. The handling on it, it reloads it when it's stowed. Your movement becomes much faster when you're rocking the Peacekeepers, so your strafe speed is faster. You get to avoid the enemy shots much easier with this exotic. They're missing more than you, so you get a head start pretty much because of that strafe speed, and I really enjoy that. The slide is very powerful. Overall, a great exotic and a great combination. In the kinetic slot, I love to run the Eye of Soul Sniper. Currently, I have 1500 kills on this one with 92% accuracy, and I'm absolutely in love with this sniper. It's just so much fun to use. I have the old roll, snapshot and opening, but I feel like this is one of the best ones in the game at the moment. As you guys can see, I'm also running targeting and jester. This is the first build right here. I'm going to show you guys the mods, and keep in mind the other builds pretty much have the same mods, so we're not going to go over all of these mods at all times. And as you guys can see, the stats are max resilience, max recovery, and max intellect. I know that a lot of people are going to be like, Pip, you don't really need max intellect, but guys, when you're playing Trials of Osiris, for me personally, I think that every second matters, and sometimes those supers just come in so clutch. Even if it's 3 or 4 seconds earlier than your enemy, it can win you a game. And especially since I'm running the Burning Maul, I can get it even faster. I love the super, just the whole idea of just, you know, grabbing this huge flaming hammer and just spinning around and then slamming the hammer to the ground, and this flaming tornado, all the cool stuff, man. I'm in love with it. Right here, we have a healing grenade. Here are the aspects. And all of these things that I'm showing right now, the aspects and the fragments, are going to be the same for the other 2 builds, the 2 triple 100 builds that I'm going to show you here. Some of these fragments I use for the stats, but you can always swap the fragments around if you don't like some of these. And now let's move on to the second triple 100 stat build that I really enjoy lately, and I feel like this is also very, very underrated. It's going to be the NTS words. Now, this one, I know that a lot of people don't use it anymore because it got, you know, kind of a nerf to it, but honestly, I don't think it was a big deal at all. I think it's in a perfect place. It's still very powerful, and it also supports some playstyles more than others. For example, if you'd really like to run fusion rifles, it gives you that little bit of extra survivability when you slide in, which is more than enough to win that engagement. And that's what it's all about, right? You want to have that little edge over your enemies. Maybe they're pre-charging a little faster than you, but this one saves you just a little bit, and that's enough for you to get that kill instead of them getting you. And not only that, but in general, it makes you slide much better. You slide further, which is really cool. And it's always cool to have that better slide, especially when you're going around corners. If I see a lot of my enemies are running fusion rifles, I'll switch to a plug 1 and slap on these bad boys, the Antias, and I can play more aggressive, more confident, and it just gives me the ability to shut down those fusion rifle users. I like to combine it with the Hawkmoon, for example. It's a really powerful combo right here, or even a sniper. I use this combo also. Boom, absolutely phenomenal sidearm. The Traveler's Chosen, you're gonna have your abilities much more often. Traveler's Chosen, Antias, another great option as mentioned. But if you don't want to do that, maybe Last Word. If you want to get even more aggressive, just slap on plug 1 and boom, you're just pushing all day long. And in that case, the NTS is even better because it gives you more survivability while you're pushing in, and it's great overall exotic. Now, let me show you the third triple 100 stat build that I love to rock on my Titan. Boom, Loreley. Okay, another triple 100 stat build right here. I don't have to talk a lot about Loreley. We all know how powerful it is. All of these setups, as mentioned, have the same mods. They might be in different places because of the, you know, moving the exotics around, but overall, it's going to be the same mods that we went over at the beginning of the video. All of these 3 builds are very, very good. Loreley is probably the one that I use the least. Like, for example, this week I've played around 130 trials games. And by the way, for all the people that are new on the channel, I stream here on YouTube every day from Friday to Tuesday. Help a lot of people go flawless, get that sweet loot. And with all the new loot in the trials, yeah, you definitely don't want to miss the streams. Hop in there. I would love to see every single one of you guys live on stream, and we get you that sweet loot. It's always cool to have different builds that you can quickly swap to. And for all the people that are going to be asking, Pip, how did you get these crazy stats? I have a separate video on that. I will drop the link to that video in the description, and you can easily get to 100 stats. So yeah, overall, as mentioned, these are my 3 100 stat builds. I've been enjoying the Titans so much this season. Try to get these stats going. I feel like these 3 are the main stats you want to have on the Titan, or you can swap out maybe intellect for discipline to get those healing nades way more often. If you can manage at least 2 out of these 3 builds at 100 stats, you're gonna have a great time, and it will up your game a lot. So I hope you guys do that. May the RNG gods bless you, ladies and gentlemen. May you guys get the best armor pieces of all time, and I'll see you in the Crucible.